All right, here's the voicemail. I'm super stoked about it.
Tom sent it. I didn't hear it.
Hey Mona, hey Phelps. So I just wanted to leave a message. I'm gonna make it quick, but so my mom and my stepdad have been married for the past 10 years. He came into my life when I was like about 10. And the other day recently, me and him got into a little argument and my mom was at work and he called me a bitch. So
Who called her a bitch?
The dad.
Her stepdad?
Yeah.
I just want to know, how would you feel if if you had a husband or whatever and he called your kids a bitch? Like,
Ooh,
would you, like, I don't know, like, how would you handle it? Because my
that's a
mom is
good
not really
joint.
taking it into consideration. She's just telling me that I was wrong. And I'm just respectful because I argued back with him. But
Thank you so much for asking a fresh question. We never
Yeah.
get fresh questions. Me thinking of my daughter's 12, if my significant other, my daughter has been around two other men besides her father her whole life. I broke up with her father at like 3. I dated 2 guys that she was like lived with, was around or whatever. You know, one of them or whatever. And things happen between them because stuff's gonna happen, especially with girls. Never did he ever call her out of her name or even really call her anything to her face, but she knew. You know, like it was like tension. Like Amina doesn't like any kind of structure, and I'm not really a structured person, so anybody that brings that is the devil to her. You know what I mean? She like, what the fuck they doing? Because her mom's sweet for real, you know. But off top, if the person I'm with call my daughter a bitch, it's a problem. Like it's
that's
like a
crazy.
huge problem. With you sound like an adult. I'm curious to ask type of relationship do y'all have? Do you
What
love
happened?
him?
Y'all
Yeah.
gotta stop calling up here one-sided. He called me a bitch. He just didn't wake up and call you a bitch.
They were arguing. And this is another thing.
What you call him for him to call you a bitch?
She sounds like such a sweet girl. Like she wouldn't even do that just off top of me, like just guessing, you know. But it's a couple things. Is this dude drinking? Is it an argument over a sensitive topic? Do you love him? Is this do you have love for him like you would forgive him for something? That's more what I want to know because it's like you can easily say, well, Mona, what would you do if your daughter got called a bitch? You know what I mean? But it's like everybody's situation is kind of unique to different ones. You know what I mean? Like my mom, I had somebody I would consider kind of like a stepdad. And if he would have called me a bitch, she would have asked him to leave. He was around for 15 years. So it's like, you know what I mean? I remember one time that motherfucker called me a baby. And the way I presented it, because I was super dramatic and like a horrible kid, she put that nigga out over that shit. Don't call her no baby. Her name Damona. Like I presented it like baby meant whore or something in Pigland.